Morning, Katie.
What do you got?
Newborn. No pulse or respiration. No luck reviving him.
A stillborn?
Can't tell.
Where's the mother?
Don't know. A couple of boys found him wrapped up in that cloth. Over by the reeds.
Wait, so someone gave birth to this baby and then tried to conceal it?
Looks that way.
The baby. Is it alive? Ma'am, I'm Detective Sergeant Lisa Monroe. May I ask who you are?
Sarah Fitch. I live here. This is my farm.
Well, Mrs. Fitch, I'm afraid the baby is dead. Look, I know this must be difficult for you, but I'm gonna have to ask you some questions.
Mr. Whitmore, Mr. Whitmore. Ms. Harrison, just one question. How does it feel to be vindicated?
Mr. Whitmore has no comment at this time.
Miss Harrison, this is 4-4 Victory's feel. How does it feel?
Actually, it's fine, but who's counting?
So what was the turning point in the trial? What was the...
No comments.
Oh, please. Yeah, Miss Harrison, please. One more quote.
We're done, guys.
Mr. Whitmore, Mr. Whitmore.
Hey, yeah. Hey, did you hear? It's all over the news. Yeah. Who knew we'd find 12 idiots who'd believe us, huh? Yeah.
Congratulations. The firm is psyched. They want to meet with you tomorrow. We're talking partner here, Ellie. Senior partner. Ellie?
Whitmore sent me 24 roses.
Oh, he should send you to Barbados. First class for a month.
I threw them in the trash.
What? Why?
Steve, this guy was accused of embezzling $300 million from people's retirement funds. I got him off.
Well, it's your job. But you do damn well.
He was guilty.
Ah, Ellie, don't do this.
Does it ever bother you?
What? That everyone has a right to a defense, and that by defending them, we preserve not only our legal system, but our Constitution.
Why don't you tell that to the old man who was sitting in the courtroom with tears streaming down his face when the verdict was read?
What happened to winning and making good money doing it?
I don't remember taking that class at law school.
When did you become such a bleeding heart?
I'm not. I just have a conscience.
Well, why don't you go work for the DA and put away the bad guys? But you know what? You'll still find something to complain about. But that was, yeah.
Typical.
Why is there an ambulance here? Are Mom and Dad all right?
They found a baby. Dead.
What do you mean? Whose baby?
We don't know. It's why the police are here.
Did you notice anything unusual this morning?
A pair of scissors missing.
Did you show me?
I don't know where they went.
Is that normal? Something would be missing like that?
I run an organized farm.
If they show up, would you let me know?
If you like.
Okay.
This is where I keep them.
Mr. Fitch, is it possible that your wife was pregnant?
No. Sarah can't have more children after her last pregnancy.
Your other children, what about them?
Well, there's only Katie.
And where's she now?
Oh, she had an errand this morning up the road. She'll be back soon.
Mr. Fitch, is it possible that she was pregnant?
No. She's not even married.
It's not a prerequisite.
It is for us.
Detective, I've got something here.
Let me see. What is it?
Looks like a nightgown.
Page 1A.
All right, what's up?
The baby was born here. There's a placenta, and from the size of it, it's not an animal's.
So what cut the umbilical cord? Could it have been scissors?
Maybe.
It was stillborn?
Won't know until the autopsy, but my hunch is no.
So what, it just died?
I didn't say that either.
You're saying someone intentionally killed it?
Well, that's up to you to find out.
Katie Fitch. Yes?
I'm a police officer, Lisa Monroe. I need to ask you some questions.
I'm sorry. It's just seeing that the infant, I just,
Katie, do you know what happens when you have a baby?
Yes.
Did you know that if a woman gives birth and doesn't get medical attention right away, that she could be putting herself in danger?
No. I mean, I guess so.
Katie, is there anything you want to tell me? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Katie! Katie, it's gonna be okay. It's okay.
Mr. VP,
80 over 40.
respiratory rate?
28.
Going in shock.
She says she's not pregnant.
How about was? Was your daughter pregnant?
Katie, everything will be fine.
Get her skirt off. I want a BSU, you're an HCG, and a CBC.
I can't. The skirt is attached to her dress. Where the button?
We do not use buttons, we use pins.
Cut the skirt off if you have to.
She's crashing.
Call Code Blue. Tell them to prep for an exploratory lab. Stat. And I need some O-neg blood here.
Okay.
Sarah, I just got your message. I'm so sorry about Katie.
Did you check on her?
Yeah, she's gonna be fine. Dr. McDuffie is excellent. You're in very, very good hands.
Are you sure I did not like that man?
What do you mean?
I did not believe Katie when she said she did not have a baby.
Well, if the baby isn't Katie's, then whose is it?
I don't know.
Sarah, we have tests that determine pregnancy. Now, these tests don't lie, but maybe Katie did. You didn't notice her figure changing?
No. And if she had got in trouble, she would have told me.
If the baby was Katie's, and they can prove that it was born alive, then she is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Katie's fate is in the Lord's hands, and we will accept his will. I know you don't believe anymore.
No. Don't make this about me leaving the church. This is about Katie going to prison. Let me help.
Oh, Lita.
How are you feeling?
Fine, really. I think I'm coming home today. What's going on at the farm?
We finished the third cutting of the hay. And the police, they're still around.
Samuel, I didn't have a baby. You believe me?
Yeah. Of course I do.
Hey,
Hi.
what's going on?
I think I'm having a midlife crisis 10 years early.
Steven?
Yeah, we broke up. It just wasn't right, and I just turned down 2 job offers, and I told my firm that I'm taking a month off, and if they don't like it, they can fire me, so. They said take 2, so I am going to Italy. Eat lots of pasta and figure out what the hell I'm doing with my life. So, enough about that. What was so important that you couldn't talk on the phone?
My cousin's daughter's in the hospital. Complications from childbirth.
Oh my God, your Amish cousin?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't talk to them.
Well, it's really more of a matter of them not talking to me, but Sarah's desperate. It gets worse. Baby died, Ellie.
Stillborn? Well, if this is medical malpractice, I can make a referral. I'll get you the best.
No, it was a home birth, and she kept her pregnancy a secret.
Oh no, Lita. I can't. I'm sorry. Not now. Don't do this to me. I cannot do
They're
this.
talking murder, Ellie. And the Amish don't fight back. So Katie's gonna end up going to prison, and her family are just gonna say it's God's will. She needs a lawyer.
Yes, and I handle white-collar crimes. I don't do this.
I know, but you can do this. I know it.
Dozens of other lawyers in town that are dying to take on a case like this.
You're the only one I trust.
Lita, did you hear what I just said? I am desperate for some time off.
It's my family we're talking about. Frightened 18-year-old who's never even been off the farm, let alone in a courtroom. She didn't kill her baby, Ellie, I'm telling you.
And I am telling you, the last thing that I need right now is another case. I'm sorry.
Maybe this case is exactly what you do need. Do you even remember why you wanted to be a lawyer?
Why do I have to be in this? I'm fine.
Hospital policy, sweetie. Everybody has to. Let me just get the break here.
I'll help you. Are you ready?
You okay?
Okay. You'll be fine.
Sarah? Sarah?
Katie Fitch,
Yes?
we've got a warrant for your arrest.
What's the charge?
Murder in the first degree. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You need a lawyer and can't afford one. One will be appointed to you. Mrs. Fitch, stay back. Keep her back.
Hi, you got Ellie. Leave a message. Ellie, it's Lita. Someone wants to speak to you. Hello, this is Sarah Fitch. I'm Lita's cousin. They arrested my Katie for murder. Maybe you could help us? Please. We don't know what to do next.
You have been charged with murder in the first degree, whereby you, Katie Fitch, willfully and with premeditation caused the death of an unnamed newborn. Do you have an attorney?
I don't wish to have one.
Miss Fitch, are you aware of the gravity of these charges?
Yes, sir.
Well, I won't have you represent yourself, not in my courtroom. I'll appoint a public defender.
That won't be necessary. Your Honor, I'm Ellie Harrison for the defense. I apologize for my tardiness. May I have 5 minutes with my client?
Please do.
Thank you. Hi, Katie. I'm Ellie Harrison, friend of Lita's. We don't have a whole lot of time to talk, so I'm going to talk fast, okay? Why did you refuse a lawyer?
My dad doesn't want me to have one.
Great. Well, honey, it's your future that's in jeopardy, not his. So how about we plead not guilty today, and then later we'll sit down and talk about everything. But for right now, we've got to try to make bail.
I didn't have a baby.
Really? Even though the police, a doctor, and an entire hospital say that you did?
That's right.
Okay. My client pleads not guilty.
Mr. Calloway, is there a bail recommendation from the state?
Pennsylvania law requires bail be denied in first-degree murder cases. I see no reason not to comply.
Your Honor, the law requires that bail be denied where proof is evident or presumption is great. In this case, neither exists.
This does not obviate the flight risk inherent in first-degree murder defense.
Are you serious? Your Honor, she's Amish. Violence among them is virtually non-existent, not to mention the strong ties that they have with their community. She's the least likely flight risk candidate that I've ever encountered. Thus, bail should be granted. With certain conditions, of course.
Such as?
That Miss Fitch be sequestered at her parents' farm under the supervision of a family member at all times.
That's absurd, Your Honor. This is a murder one. We don't know what this young woman is capable of.
Well, Miss Harrison makes a compelling argument. But with murder one, I'm not comfortable with a family member supervising the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, the court can appoint an outside guardian.
Fine. I'm appointing you, Miss Harrison.
What?
What?
And I'm not talking about chaperoning her to the prom. I'm talking about supervising this young woman on their farm 24/7.
Your Honor, as much as I would like to honor the court's request, that would be impossible. I'll be busy preparing my client's case.
Either you're the guardian or there's no bail.
Fine, Your Honor, I accept.
So ordered.
Suppose if I squint, this could be Tuscany.
I'm Samuel Stolfus. Please let me.
Thank you.
This is my husband, Aaron.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Fitch. Okay.
Thank you. Come. I will show you to your room, Miss Harrison.
Oh, please call me Ellie.
I know this is not what you are used to, but I hope you will be comfortable with us. And I apologize that we have no electricity.
Oh, I know. I'm sure that I'll manage. I did want to ask you one question. I'm going to have to make some phone calls, so is there any place that I can recharge my phone?
No, but there is a payphone about 20 minutes up the road.
Okay.
Now, if you will excuse me, I will go and start dinner. And thank you. Please, you will call me Sarah.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Let us pray. Oh. Miss Harrison, are you secure in your faith?
Am I what?
Are you Catholic? Methodist?
I'm sorry, but what does my faith have to do with being Katie's lawyer?
Many people come through here thinking they want to become plain, to live simply in the Amish way. As if that's the answer to all their problems.
I assure you, Mr. Fitch, that I'm not here to become plain. I'm only here to keep your daughter out of prison.
Well, if you aren't religious, what do you believe in?
Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah.
I know that this is incredibly uncomfortable and must be very difficult for you.
I heard you with the judge. He forced you to be here.
Yeah, he did. But I don't think it was your first choice having me here either, so. Looks like we're kind of stuck with each other, aren't we?
I guess.
Katie, do you know what an advocate is?
Not really, no.
It's somebody who supports somebody else. It's what a lawyer does, and it means that I'm on your side. And the sooner you realize that, I think the easier this is going to be.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you that whatever we talk about is held in confidence. That means it's just between us.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't we make a deal? I'm not going to ask you if you're guilty. But in return, I need you to tell me the truth about the things that I do ask. Okay? Okay, so why don't we start with you telling me about the baby?
I didn't have a baby. I wasn't even pregnant.
Katie, I can count at least 3 medical experts who have already gone on record saying that your body shows sign of a recent delivery. Plus, I can wave a blood test in your face that proves the same thing. So how can you sit there and tell me that you didn't have the baby?
How can you sit there and say you're not judging me?
Is it because you can't remember?
No.
Katie, I can't help you unless you tell me the truth.
I went to bed on Thursday evening. I woke up on Friday and made breakfast. Then I walked to the Mackenzies to deliver some milk.
Is there anybody else at all who can vouch that you were here sleeping in your bed all night?
I don't know. I was asleep.
What about the person that sleeps there? Who sleeps there?
No one sleeps there.
A life has been received into the heavens. A life that shined on earth for a brief moment, but a moment nonetheless. Let us pray. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord.
Katie, I can't imagine how difficult this must be for you.
Little boy they're burying. He's not mine, if that's what you're thinking.
How did you know it's a little boy? Katie?
What are you doing here?
I think that's my question.
Are
you here meeting your boyfriend?
Samuel? No.
Katie, you're on trial for murder and you're sneaking around here in the middle of the night. Who are you meeting?
I wasn't meeting Samuel.
Okay, so who are you meeting?
No one. I couldn't sleep.
I heard you talking to somebody. You thought that he was hiding.
She.
What?
The person I was talking to is a girl.
Okay, so who is it?
My sister, Hannah.
Your sister? How come I haven't met her? Where is she? At school?
She's dead. She was 7. I was 12. I was supposed to be watching her when she went missing. I tried to save her, but she drowned.
So, sometimes you come out here and you see your sister?
Yes. At night, we talk.
What do you guys talk about?
things.
Katie, have you told anybody about this?
No. No, Mom and Dad would think I'm verhoodled. Crazy.
Do you think that you're verhoodled?
Dr. Cooper.
John? Hi, it's Ellie. Harrison?
Hi. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Yeah, really
Good. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Well, it's just that we haven't spoken in quite a while.
I was thinking maybe you still hadn't gotten over me.
Oh, no, Coop. I got over you around about the time you got married. That was a joke, Coop.
Right. So, if you don't mind me asking, why are you calling?
You're not gonna believe this, but I am staying at an Amish farm.
Is this some kind of religious transformation?
No, it's... No, my client is Amish, and she's been charged with murdering her newborn, and I have been appointed her guardian. I admit I'm out of my league here on this one, Cooper, which is why I'm calling you. I need your help. I need you to evaluate her.
Well, why me? I'm just a
Regular shrink. I'm not a forensic psychiatrist.
Because this exam needs to be done on the QT, and I know this may sound unusual considering our past, but I trust you. Cooper?
Yeah, okay. Just let me look at my schedule here, see what I can come up with.
Listen, Cooper, I'm worried about this girl. She denies that she even had the baby.
That's not that normal.
And she claims to see ghosts.
What are we talking here, Casper? It was a joke, Ellie.
It's her dead sister, and she talks to her out loud.
I'll see you Monday.
Thank you. Bye. What's up? What's going on?
It is Sunday.
Church. We leave in 5 minutes.
Okay. Take you.
Nice to see you. Aaron, Sarah, Katie, Miss Harrison, Wilcon.
Thank you.
Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night which said there is a man-child conceived.
He's apologizing for his weakness as a preacher.
Let that day be dark.
He's so bad. What's he doing up there at home?
He's not really
proud
bad.
of the dark.
He's just showing us he's not proud.
Either let the light shine upon it. Dear brothers and sisters, blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. Let us pray. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so.
Katie, let's go. We're gonna miss the bus.
Coming.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Let's go.
You know, that meeting with Dr. Cooper was supposed to be off the record, and that means
I
that
know what off the record means. The judge said I wasn't supposed to leave the farm.
Well, I called the judge and I got permission. So.
You always talk to me like I'm stupid.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. But I don't take it personally because figure you look down your nose at everyone. Come on, don't tell me you've never been called conceited.
I don't think that I've ever been called conceited. Okay, you're right, maybe once.
That's what's nice about being Amish. It's a sin to act better than your neighbor. You know, we strive to be like every other Amish member. It takes the pressure off.
Have you ever been to the city?
No.
I think you're in for a big surprise. You okay?
Yeah, fine.
It's a little different from the farm, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ellie, you look good.
Thank you.
Our life must agree with you.
Katie, this is Dr. Cooper.
Nice to meet you.
So he's just gonna ask you a few questions and I'm gonna be waiting right outside, okay?
Just take a seat, make yourself at home. Would you like something? Water or
No,
coffee?
I'm
sure.
good. Thanks, yeah.
Okay, first of all, I just want you to know that whatever we discuss in this room stays in this room, okay? It's strictly confidential. I won't be telling the police or the judge or whoever. So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Good enough that I don't need to talk to you.
Well, lots of people feel that way. Now, you were in hospital recently. Can you tell me why?
It was for a woman's problem.
Well, the report here says that you had a baby.
They were wrong. I didn't.
Doctors have a lot of training. How do you suppose they got that wrong?
I don't know. Everyone makes mistakes.
You're right. Okay, so how were you feeling before you went into hospital?
Fine. Normal.
Do you ever get headaches?
Not really.
Do you ever lose chunks of time? You know, like where you realize hours or minutes may have passed, but you can't remember where you were or what you were doing?
No.
What about hallucinations? You know, where you see something that you know isn't really there?
No.
What about when you see your sister?
Ellie told you about Hannah?
Mm-hmm. Do you and Hannah speak?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel?
Better, I guess.
Better how?
I don't know. If I have a problem, I can just talk to her about it, and I feel better.
What do you two talk about?
Whatever.
Did you tell her about the baby?
No.
What about, Samuel? Did you tell him that you were pregnant?
I told you I didn't have a baby.
Yeah, but Samuel, he's your boyfriend, right? Can you tell me something about it?
He works on our farm. I've known him since I was a child.
Are you two gonna get married?
I don't know.
What about sex? Have you had sexual intercourse?
No. Of course not.
And you've been faithful to Samuel?
Yes.
Has anyone else tried to touch you without your permission?
No. Never.
Well, I know the main theory of neonaticide is that women go into a dissociative state.
Right. In order to survive a traumatic situation, they cut off part of their consciousness. Now, when they give birth, they have no emotional connection to the child. Murder becomes an option.
Okay, so the legal defense would be that the woman wasn't mentally present at the time, so she's not legally responsible.
Do you think it'll work?
What is this?
Oh, that's sculpture. Hey, I left the TV on for you if you want to watch it.
You turned it on so I couldn't hear the two of you talk.
Smart girl.
Exactly. Which is one reason why the insanity defense isn't going to work.
Oh, you always like to challenge.
Funny. Cooper, listen to me. Is she lying? Or has she actually blacked out having this baby?
I don't know yet.
Is she psychotic?
Well, if her dead sister was telling her to commit murder, I'd say yes, but...
But what about rape?
It's too soon to tell. Ellie, I really need to see her again.
Okay, great. You're going to have to come to me. There's no way.
Okay.
That was easy. What about your schedule?
I'll clear it.
Sounds like you really want to see me milking a cow.
Maybe.
And what would your wife say about that?
I don't know. We got divorced 6 months ago.
I'm hungry. When are we gonna go eat lunch?
Go now. Hi, 2 large, please.
Dr. Cooper likes you.
Yeah, well, we're friends.
I didn't mean as friends. I mean he likes you.
Don't be ridiculous. What made you say that?
The way he looks at you, and the way you look at him.
Okay, here you go. 2 large.
Great. There you go. Thank you.
Did you see me?
Great. Thanks. All right, this is a hoagie. Have you ever had one of these?
No.
Well, you are in for a big treat. Now dig it. Come on.
One must
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Monroe, I got your order coming up. Yeah, I could have put it better myself.
Thought you were on a diet.
I've reached my goal weight, can't you tell? And listen, we can tie this Amish girl to the birth, but we can't get a lock on motive.
Well, 90% of murders are committed by somebody with a personal relationship to the victim. And when it's a newborn, it goes up to about 100, so...
Well, I can't argue numbers to a jury. I need evidence. So go out there and do some of that police work you're so famous for, huh?
You're good for the ego, George.
Yeah, like you need help there.
I heard that.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Mr. Fitch? Excuse me, Mr. Fitch. I have to prepare for Katie's trial by writing many motions, and my computer's battery is dead. I need to recharge it.
Use a pen and paper.
The judge won't allow it. It has to be typed and printed.
Cannot have electricity in my house.
Sir, your daughter's life is at stake, and I need my battery to help her. Do you care what happens to Katie?
It's the Amish way not to sacrifice our principles for one person, regardless of who that person is. And I object to your view that I don't care about my Katie.
Mr. Fitch, I don't think you understand.
What doesn't Aaron understand?
Bishop, I was just explaining to Mr. Fitch that the battery on my computer has just died, and I need to recharge it to do my
I will
work.
not have electricity on my property.
Now, Aaron, you remember the Bridges boy who had asthma? He needed his machine. We allowed it then.
This isn't life and death.
Tell that to Katie.
Now, see here.
I'm going to allow Miss Harrison to use an inverter. That way you can get your computer to work.
You don't seem to understand that we
It's
have...
my decision. And Aaron, I think the Lord will understand.
Thank you, Bishop.
Oh, you made adjustments for us. Do you think we would not do the same for you?
Do you believe Katie? When she says that she wasn't pregnant?
My Katie is a good girl.
Sarah, I know that these are difficult questions, but the prosecution can be much, much tougher. The more I know, the better I can defend Katie.
Yes.
What about Katie's little sister, Hannah? Did Katie watch her a lot?
Hannah was her shadow.
Katie said that she died in an accident.
She drowned.
I'm sorry. How did Katie respond to that?
She was devastated.
Were you angry with Katie?
Anger would not have helped Katie. We preach forgiveness.
So were you and Katie planning on getting married?
Yes. We still are.
Did you guys ever fight? You know, before the baby was found?
We had small fights, arguments.
Over what?
Sometimes she wouldn't let me kiss her goodnight.
Isn't that like locking the barn door after the horses run out?
I get your joke. Katie did not have a baby.
Despite what all the doctors say.
Katie could not have had a baby.
And why is that?
Because she and I have not had sex.
Samuel, just because you two haven't doesn't mean that she hasn't with someone else.
Katie Fitch. A transgression has occurred in our community. Even though we don't believe there was any criminal wrongdoing, we are aware that our young sister, Katie, has committed a sin of the flesh. Katie Fitch, is this offense true?
Yes.
Do the elders agree to place Katie under the ban for a time period of 6 weeks so that she may consider her sin and repent? So be it. It is unanimous.
I can't believe what just happened. You admit to them that you had sex and in essence had a baby, but you deny it to me?
Because it's expected of me, not because it's true.
Oh, so you let their system walk all over you?
No, I let the system work. I don't want to be right or strong or first. I just want to be part of them again. It's easier to confess than to fight. I don't expect you to understand.
Understand? I'm playing house with the Waltons, which is a reference you don't even understand, and I can't get a straight answer out of you.
I told you,
Don't even think about saying to me that you already told me the truth. Your boyfriend, who by the way is devastated at the thought of you being with another guy, told me that you two have never slept together.
Of course not, we're not married.
So now it's a virgin birth.
I told you
I know, you didn't. You didn't have sex with him and you didn't have a baby. But your family just buried the baby and your church punished you for your sin. But me, I can't get a straight answer out of you. How do you expect me to defend you if I don't know what happened? I don't know how to help you.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know who it was.
I don't know what that means.
I don't remember.
Katie. Did somebody rape you?
I'm in over my head here, Cooper.
So you can handle CEOs, but not an 18-year-old Amish girl?
I yelled at her today. Never yelled at a client.
Well, it's becoming personal. What's wrong with that?
Everything. I'm not going to be able to do my job.
Ellie, do you think I don't get
Involved in my patients on some level?
That's different.
No, it's not. It's human.
Who are you?
I'm Jacob Fitch. I'm Katie's brother.
I had no idea that Katie had a brother.
Yeah, they don't like to talk about me.
Why not?
I decided I'd go to college rather than stay on the farm, but the Amish aren't too big on higher education. They're afraid it fosters too much pride. So because I turned my back on the church, I was excommunicated.
All right, that's a reason for the church to deny you, not your entire family.
Yeah, well, my father. We don't exactly see things eye to eye.
Does he with anyone?
See, even that.
Yeah.
He not only banished me from the family, he's forbidden even the mention of my name. I haven't seen my parents in 4 years, but when I heard about Katie, I had to come.
And your opinion on what you've heard?
This whole thing is crazy. It's got to be just some kind of big mistake.
Look, you've been living in the Englisher world long enough to know that your sister
wouldn't be on trial for murder if there wasn't evidence.
Look, I want to help you, but I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Are you aware that she's even denying that?
Is it possible that she wasn't?
Not unless she's the Virgin Mary. Is there anyone that you can think of that she's been intimate with?
Her boyfriend, Samuel.
No, I talked to him and he denies it, and I believe him.
Well, she did used to come and visit me at school in Harrisburg.
What?
Yeah, you know, she'd come and visit on the weekends.
Katie didn't tell me that.
She didn't.
Do your parents know?
My father didn't, but my mother did. She used to tell him Katie was visiting relatives.
Hold on. Your mother went against your father's wishes and sent her into the city to visit you.
Yes, but only because she knew it was the only way Katie could still have a brother.
Oh.
And for now, you need to keep it a secret. I only came here to visit Katie.
All right, at least I know where she got pregnant.
Yeah, maybe, but that doesn't make her a killer.
Maybe she saw what happened to you and this banishment and didn't want the same thing to happen, was willing to do anything to prevent it.
No, Katie would never go against God.
She visited you.
Yeah, to watch TV and wear jeans and eat Chinese food. When you're plain, you yield to a decision that's already been made. You submit to a higher authority. You sacrifice yourself to the collective whole, to community, to parents, to God.
And that's all very nice. But it doesn't stand up to an autopsy report of a dead infant.
I think it does. Committing murder is the most arrogant act there is. You're playing God. Plain folks, Amish, they don't understand how to be selfish or greedy or proud. It's not in their nature. Certainly not enough to commit murder.
The Amish faith isn't on trial here.
Yeah, well, it should be. Because Katie could not have committed murder simply because she is Amish.
Jacob! Jacob!
Mom and Dad might hear.
What are you doing here?
Came to see my baby sister.
But what about Dad?
I don't plan on staying. Katie, what happened?
I don't know. I'm in trouble. Are you mad?
Of course not. Just sorry.
I am too.
Why didn't you tell me that you had a brother?
Because we don't talk about him. My father doesn't allow it.
Katie, I don't care what your father allows. I'm your lawyer defending you against murder. Didn't you think that your trips to the city were relevant?
I don't see how.
Stop it. Just stop it. Was it some boy that you met in the city? Is that who the father is?
I don't know his name. All I know is that he forced himself on me.
Katie, I need you to tell Dr. Cooper what you told me.
I have this brother. His name is Jacob.
Yeah, Ellie told me.
I was visiting Jacob at school, and we went to a Thanksgiving party at one of the fraternity homes. It was crowded, and everyone was drinking. And I started talking to this boy. He gave me some punch, but I think he must have put something in it because I was dizzy, and I asked to lie down. But the next thing I know, he had all my clothes off, and I don't even know his name.
She's lying. She knows when the baby was conceived. That old date rape story, isn't it?
It's a Thanksgiving party. If this frat boy did what she says, then she would have gotten pregnant in November, had the baby in June because it was 2 months early. She got pregnant in August. Why does this girl keep lying to me?
She knows you're unhappy with her. She's telling you what you want to hear.
What I want to hear.
Yeah, she wants your approval. She looks up to you. She's lucky to have you.
Dr. Ziegler, you're positive.
Now, based on my tests, air made it into the baby's lungs.
So what made it stop breathing? The coroner claims that he was suffocated.
Well, maybe and maybe not.
Go on.
Well, there's some evidence of asphyxia in the lungs, but that's not conclusive. And as far as the baby's bruised lips, that's caused by pressing up against something. It's not necessarily a suffocating hand. Could be the mother's collarbone. All I'm saying is there's enough evidence here to suggest SIDS or an infection.
So this baby could have died without anybody laying a hand on him.
Absolutely.
Doc, you got a nice blue suit?
Yeah, sure.
Good, because you're going to be wearing it in court.
Ellie? Do you think I'm crazy?
No.
Then why do you want to say that I am?
I am only saying that you were temporarily in a mental state where you didn't know what you were doing.
Ellie, once a cow goes mad or a horse goes lame, they don't recover.
And you are not an animal.
Doesn't matter. What people will think. I'll be known as crazy forever.
And we don't have another option.
Why can't you tell them I didn't do it?
Because I have nothing to back that up.
I can tell them.
Get on the stand and testify.
Yes.
Okay. Katie, do you want to lose? You're what I would call an unreliable witness. I can't allow that. Are you kidding me? The DA would crucify you. I'm sorry.
You have another option?
Yeah. Say that Katie did do it. Say that she was dissociative at the time and she didn't realize what she was doing.
Yeah, it's still a form of insanity.
Yeah, but I don't have a choice. It's hard to base a case on the testimony of one expert witness, and I think that I can make this insanity defense work.
Okay. So why is it bothering you so much?
What do you mean?
Come on, Ellie. Pleading insanity still means she did it regardless of the state she was in at the time, and deep down, you believe she's innocent.
Am I that easy to read?
Only to me.
So you're going to tell me why you and your wife got divorced?
You really want to know?
Oh, yeah, I really want to know.
Oh. Well, it was over her ATM password.
Why? What was it?
I have no idea. That was the problem. We've been married 3 years. One night I need her ATM code. She won't give it to me. It couldn't be with someone who didn't trust me.
I get it. Straw that broke the camel's back. So several years ago, I got the flu. And my boyfriend at the time decides to bring me breakfast in bed. He brings me eggs and toast, the whole 9 yards. But the coffee, he puts cream and sugar in my coffee, and the whole time that we were dating, he knows.
Drink it black.
Wow.
You know what's funny about your story? You refer to him as my boyfriend at the time. Poor guy's nameless. He's
Shut
just
up,
filling a
that's
slot.
not true.
Yeah, it is. You know it is. Come on, Ellie. After 6 months, you split. That's your MO.
What are you talking about? I didn't with you.
Oh, that's right. I got a whole year.
Did you come out here just to give me a hard time? Because if you did, I'll be honest with you.
You drink your coffee black. You sleep with your nightlight on because you're afraid of the dark. Your face turns red when you drink wine. And you know all the words to Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
Ellie, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Where's your family? How come you don't talk about them?
We're not real close. We're just different, I guess.
You know what I noticed when I visited Jacob? In your world, people email and phone and fax. Everybody's always talking.
always in touch, all that modern communication. Everyone seems so lonely.
Oh, sorry. Such a klutz. I'm sorry.
Whatever that is, I'm sure you're not.
Oh, trust me, I can't even walk and chew gum at the same time. Sorry.
Why? Anybody can do that. What? What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just a saying.
Hey, Mom. I'm home. What's for dinner?
You're not welcome here.
Please.
You must think my husband is very hard on his children.
Well, the thought has crossed my mind.
He does not blame Jacob for leaving. He blames himself for not bringing him up in a way that would have made him want to stay.
So then why punish Jacob by banishing him from your home?
Yeah. He is not punishing Jacob. He is punishing himself. Aaron has given up the thing he wants more than anything in the world. His son.
Katie? Do you know any other lawyers?
What do you mean?
I'd like to quit.
What?
But there's this thing, it's called a code of professional ethics, and when you become a lawyer, you have to take an oath. And you have to abide by it. And it says that I can't quit unless I find myself an adequate replacement. But seeing as your trial's only in a couple of days, I don't know who we're gonna get.
You want to quit? I don't understand.
You wanna tell me who that is? The truth, Katie.
His name is Adam Sinclair. He lived down the hall from my brother.
Is he the father of the baby?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't blame you for wanting to leave. I've lied to you way too much.
Why? Why? Why didn't you just tell me?
I don't know. I didn't plan it or anything at first. I thought maybe none of it had really happened, that it was all a bad dream. But then the police arrested me, and I prayed to God to make it all go away. And I just pretended that nothing had happened. He started to believe me, so I...
Does this Adam, does he know that you even had a baby?
No. Came up to Europe to go to graduate school.
Does he even know that you were pregnant? Did Jacob?
He didn't even know that Adam and I were seeing each other. We kept it secret.
Katie, I am going to ask you one last time. One last time. What happened the night you gave birth?
I don't know. I was shaky and dizzy and I couldn't stand up, so I lay down and I must have fallen asleep because when I woke up, the baby was gone. And I thought God had finally listened and taken him back, and it was a miracle. And the only thing I could do was go back to my room. But I swear to you, I never hurt him.
Listen, it is possible that you did without even realizing it.
No, I couldn't have.
And who came to that pond and killed that baby?
I don't know. Ellie, but it wasn't me.
When you go out to battle against your enemies and see horses and chariots and people more numerous than you, do not be afraid of them. For the Lord your God, who brought you up from the land of Egypt, is with you. When you are approaching the battle, the priest shall come near and speak to the people. He shall say to them, "Hear, O Israel, you are approaching the battle against your enemies today, but do not be afraid or panic."
Katie. What's going on?
I wanted to apologize. I know I've been lying, but I haven't meant to hurt anyone. I need to tell the truth now.
Katie.
I want the jury to know what really happened.
Katie, the truth is going to get you 15 years to life in prison. Nobody's going to believe that you gave birth. You fell asleep, you woke up, and poof, your baby was gone.
If you tell them I committed murder...
I'm telling them that you were mentally incapacitated.
But it's a lie. Ellie, in my world, if I make a mistake and admit it and repent, I'll be forgiven. But if I lie, I won't be welcomed back. I won't even be able to look at myself. I'll be totally alone. I might as well be dead. Please. If I have to go to prison, I'd rather it be because I told the truth.
Do you always pace this much during a trial?
No, never.
Oh. Well, then this is probably a good sign.
You mean for the first time I actually care if I win?
This trial is for the murder of an infant. So where's the defendant? Well, certainly can't be that sweet little Amish girl over there in her cute cap and apron. Why, she wouldn't hurt a fly, right? I'm sure you've all heard the expression, you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to this case. You see, beneath that innocent facade is a teenager who snuck away from home, dressed and partied like any other teenager, met a boy, got pregnant, then lied about her pregnancy. That's right. Not a soul on this planet knew that she was with child. And when the baby was born, afraid that she was going to be thrown out of her family and her church, she smothered the infant. So, don't let the defendant's innocent demeanor fool you. She wants it to, hopes it will. But you're smarter than that. You know that despite how you're raised or how you're dressed, we're all just human. And just because you're religious doesn't mean you're not capable of murder. And that's exactly what Katie Fitch did. Murder a baby.
Counselor?
I wish I could tell you exactly what happened in the early hours in the morning of August 10th on the Fitch farm, but I can't. I can't because I wasn't there. Neither was Mr. Calloway. Or any of the other witnesses that are going to be paraded through this courtroom. In fact, just a few days ago, I was prepared to argue that my client, Katie Fitch, was not guilty by reason of temporary insanity. I had expert witnesses ready to testify that Katie was unaware of her actions on the morning that she gave birth. But Katie wouldn't let me. She wanted the truth to be told. She wanted you to know that she wasn't crazy. And that she did have the baby. But she didn't murder it. She wanted to tell the truth regardless if it meant going to prison. So then you're wondering who killed this baby? First, we're going to show you that no one did. It died of natural causes. And the prosecution has no evidence to the contrary. You know why it's impossible for Katie Fitch to have murdered her baby? Precisely for the same reason that Mr. Calloway has made fun of her. She's Amish. And Amish people are nonviolent. They are strict adherers to the teachings of Christ. In fact, Katie Fitch is the first Amish person in this state to be charged with murder. Ever. You know why? Because Amish people don't commit murder. Ever.
The baby was found wrapped in a cloth under some reeds by the pond.
And what did the medical examiner find?
The medical examiner confirmed that the umbilical cord was cut with scissors.
And where were these scissors?
Aaron Fitch, the defendant's father, said that there was a pair of scissors missing from the milking pen.
And did they find anything else in the milking pen?
We found a blood-stained nightgown.
Whose blood?
Well, the blood on the nightgown matched both the defendant's and the baby's.
So based on the evidence, in your expert opinion, do you believe that Katie Fitch committed homicide?
Based on the evidence, yes.
No further questions.
Miss Monroe, what is the defendant's motive for murder?
To prevent being banished from her family.
Did Mr. or Mrs. Fitch tell you that they would disown Katie?
Well, no.
No, but you know what they would have done and how Katie would have reacted? So you're a mind reader. Or perhaps you're blessed with ESP.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Detective, if Katie is the murderer, then why would she bother to carefully cut the umbilical cord?
I don't know.
Why would she bother to wipe the baby clean or swaddle it in a clean cloth?
I don't know, but it happened.
Okay. So according to you, she hid her pregnancy, and then she crept to the pond and had the baby. Why leave the baby in a place that she knew would be crawling with people a few hours later?
Maybe she wasn't thinking clearly.
But you said that she acted with premeditation and deliberate intent, so how can you be confused and deliberate at the same time?
I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know.
No, you don't. Which is just about the only thing that is clear.
Objection.
No further questions. You testified that the baby died of asphyxia. Is smothering the only cause of asphyxia?
No, but it was the asphyxia and the bruises and fibers found in the baby's mouth that led to my conclusion of homicide.
Yes, the fibers. Couldn't they have come from the mother wiping the baby's mouth to help it breathe?
Could be.
So in any of these situations, is the mother harming the baby?
No, she is not.
Thank you.
Based on my tests, it appears the infant had an infection, listeriosis, which is often a cause of perinatal death.
Hang on, you're saying that Katie had an infection and then passed it on to her baby?
Exactly.
Well, how dangerous is listeriosis to an infant?
Well, the mortality rate's between 40 and 50% even after treatment.
A 50% chance of dying even if treated?
Yes.
Well, how does one contract listeriosis?
Eating contaminated food is the most frequent mode of transmission, particularly unpasteurized milk.
Unpasteurized milk?
Yes. And coming in contact with animals puts people at particular risk.
Dr. Ziegler, if I told you that Katie Fitch lived on a dairy farm, milked cows twice a day, and drank unpasteurized milk, what would you infer?
That she unknowingly contracted the infection and passed it to her infants.
So this baby was dying from the moment it was born.
Objection.
Sustained.
Dr. Ziegler, in your professional opinion, is Katie Fitch responsible for her baby's death?
Medically speaking, I guess she gave it the infection. But legally, no. It's not homicide.
Thank you.
Counselor?
The defense calls Adam Sinclair.
Objection. This witness is not on my list.
I only just learned of his whereabouts.
It's no excuse. He still has to be on the list.
Miss Harrison, who is he?
He's the father of the child.
Hey, fine by me. Objection withdrawn.
So where is this Mr. Sinclair?
Trust me.
Mr. Sinclair, how did you meet Katie?
I lived down the hall from her brother, and we met one afternoon. I helped her with some groceries.
And were you aware that she was Amish?
Yes, Jacob had mentioned it, but she was dressed normal. I thought she was quite beautiful.
And how did your relationship progress?
Rather quickly. I knew that I was 4 years older and that her religion wouldn't approve, but we were attracted to one another.
So you two became intimate.
Yes,
Do you love her?
and with all my heart. I still do.
So why weren't you here during her pregnancy?
I'd gone to Spain to study, and Katie didn't tell me. I had no idea.
And if you had known?
I would have gotten on a plane. I would have stayed with her. I mean, I just found out a few days ago, and here I am.
Why do you think Katie didn't tell you that she was pregnant?
Fear, confusion.
Why'd your relationship end?
I had my scholarship in Spain. Miss Harrison, we were in love, but we weren't delusional. We knew that the odds of us working out were small.
Mr. Sinclair, do you think that Katie killed her baby?
Not a chance.
Why not?
When you love someone, you get to know them and learn what they're capable of. Katie's not capable of murder.
Your witness.
You have no way of really knowing that, do you?
It's not empirical knowledge, no, but Miss Harrison asked me for my opinion and I gave it to her.
Would you have thought Katie capable of lying? You're under oath, Mr. Sinclair.
It depends on the circumstances.
Okay. How about the circumstances of pregnancy? Were you surprised to learn that Katie was pregnant and hadn't told you?
Yes. Yes, I was surprised.
So I guess you don't know her as well as you thought.
Sorry.
Me too.
I couldn't tell you.
It's not fair.
Katie, I had to instill sympathy in the jury towards you. I wanted them to see how much it hurt you to see Adam. I wanted them to see how much you loved him.
Adam was my memory.
I know
He was
that.
mine.
But honey, listen to me. We had a good day in there. I think we're winning. Our expert witness was stellar and held up on cross. Your
What
Adam
does
was
it
hurt.
matter? Adam was right. We never would have worked out. Samuel hates me. Can you blame him? He was my future, and I screwed that up too. Everything I care about, the people I love, I screw it all up. And I'm gonna end up in prison, alone. Can we just get this over with?
Katie, it's just a few more days now. I need you to trust me, okay?
I can't do it anymore.
Yes, you can, honey. I know this is hard. Just a few more days.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't mean to do it.
You didn't mean to do what?
I didn't mean to kill my baby.
Do you know why you're here? In court?
People think I killed my baby.
And how does that make you feel?
Bad. Awful.
Katie, did you know that you were pregnant?
I didn't believe it at first, and then my clothes stopped fitting, but I just forced myself to stop thinking about it.
Why didn't you tell anyone? Parents? Your brother?
I was afraid. Telling someone would have made it real. I was pretending it wasn't.
Tell me what you remember about the night you gave birth.
Pain. How cold it was. The grass pricking my skin.
Do you remember the baby?
Yes. He was beautiful. His hands were so tiny. I wanted to take him to my mother, but I fell asleep before I could get up.
So you passed out?
Yes.
Okay. And then what?
I woke up and the baby was gone.
Do you remember taking him anywhere?
No.
So what do you think happened?
I didn't know what to think. I just woken up and I tried to look for him, but I was so tired and then I wasn't sure whether any of it had really happened. I thought maybe it had all just been a dream.
Your witness.
So, you never told anyone that you were pregnant?
No.
So you lied?
No, they never asked.
Don't be coy, Ms. Fitch. You covered and withheld the truth. Is that not true?
Yes.
Is that not a form of lying?
I guess, yes.
And you lied to the police about not having a baby.
Yes.
So why should we believe you now?
Because I'm telling the truth. Because I don't want to lie anymore.
Okay. Then tell us what happened to the baby.
I killed him.
You killed your baby.
Yes.
Young lady, are you aware of what you're saying?
Yes.
Would you please repeat it for the record?
I killed my baby.
Katie, why are you confessing now?
I just want them to forgive me.
Who?
My family, my church.
You realize that this is a trial, not the church. They won't bond you for 6 weeks. They'll send you to prison for years.
But I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do it. Why can't everyone see that?
What do you mean you didn't mean it?
That disease, I didn't mean to give it to him.
Katie, tell the jury how you think you killed your baby.
You heard the doctor. He said I killed him with the infection. If I wasn't the mother, my baby would have lived.
So you killed your baby by passing an infection from your body to his?
Yes.
Is that what you meant when you said I killed my baby?
Yes.
And why is it so important for you to tell the jury this?
Because I'm responsible. The baby's death is my fault, no one else's. I wanted to confess because I should be punished.
No further questions?
Call your next witness.
The defense rests.
How long do juries usually take?
It could be 5 hours, it could be 5 weeks.
So when this is over, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. You know, I could go back to a big firm or I could start my own practice.
Ellie, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, you mean like personal stuff like you and me, maybe?
No. No, I don't think so. I mean, I just don't really date anymore. Not unless I get their ATM number first.
51458?
Okay.
Please rise. Before the jury foreperson reads the verdict, I want you to know that they did not reach their decision easily. They consulted with me, and they exerted much effort in reaching that decision.
In the case of the state of Pennsylvania versus Katie Fitch, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty. However, we find her guilty not of the charge of first-degree murder, but the charge of misdemeanor criminal negligence.
What does this mean? Is this good or bad? It's very good.
While we had sufficient doubt regarding the charge of murder, we find that the defendant was negligent in not seeking proper medical care during pregnancy.
The court thanks the jury for its service. Now, normally, the sentence hearing would be held at another time, but I'm prepared to proceed now on this matter.
Your Honor, it's unprecedented that I not be allowed to propose my own recommendation for sentencing.
I'm sentencing your client to 3 years probation, confined to her home, but unsupervised. This means, Miss Harrison, that you can leave the farm. Does this meet with your approval?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
I thought so. This court is adjourned.
What does this mean?
This means that you get to go home.
Sometimes I wish you could stay out here on the farm.
I always wanted a kid, sister.
Someone you could boss around, you mean?
Well, isn't that the whole point?
Wow. I volunteer. There's something else I lied about.
Oh, no, Katie. What?
The hoagies. I had one before with Jacob. You were so excited, I didn't want to disappoint you. Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I am gonna miss you. I really am.
Thank you for everything.
Do you need any help?
I'm actually just about done. Thanks.
Ellie, I want to thank you. You brought my Katie home to me, and for that you will always be special.
I think I got a little something out of it, too.
You know, I could not bear to lose another child.
But you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I want you to have this.
Sarah, you didn't need to give me anything.
I thought you could take them away with you. I was the one who sent Katie into the English world to see her brother. I saw her body changing, and I knew she was pregnant. And so I listened every night and I waited. All I wanted for Katie was that she had the life I knew she wanted for herself here with us. Her father would never have accepted that child. He'd disowned Jacob for less. You understand, don't you, Ellie? I lost Hannah. I lost Jacob. I just could not risk losing Katie. She was all I had left. I hope you can forgive me.
Did you say all your goodbyes, Ellie?
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Okay.